Recording in progress.
Welcome back to Mataya Howard Dot, Spirits, the Waters, and the Blood. I'm your favorite Hebrew host, Wayne. That's more like it. Your favorite Hebrew host, Wayne, here to enlighten you, most definitely edify, and in most cases, or some cases, scripturally edify individuals. Please take the time out to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification for so that way you can get alerted or receive a notification for whenever I release new content. Like today, Salafi. Today I'm gonna be talking about fair use, fair use, fair use, and everything that I use, fair use. Today I'm gonna be talking about a viral video that's going around about our beloved president, Mr. JB, Joe Biden. Thank you, Pac Man, my brother, for sending that to me. Most definitely, Shalom Alaikum. Always, my bro. But anyway, he sent this video to me. It's going viral about Joe Biden and or showing Joe Biden coming or just it's a video going around about Joe Biden and how he is wearing a mask. Mask on, mask off, mask on, mask off. But anyway, he's wearing a mask. And when I saw the video, I looked at I was like, dang, that looked like, is that possible for individual to naturally not have on any mask and naturally move their skin and their skin snaps back? So, uh, I looked at the video and then I didn't reach a conclusion. I did reach a conclusion, but I'll let you reach this conclusion with me. So I did a little bit of research. Again, that would I pack mine. But anyway, let me go ahead and share my screen and get it started. Oh, Tawaram Yahweh for giving me the opportunity to address my fellow brethren and individuals that tune in. Tawara, thank you for tuning in. Take the, like I said, hit the bell notification, the like and the share. It shows that you support your brother, or it shows that you support your brother and the works that I do in the name of the Father. But this is not on the verge of the father or biblically based. It's just like I said, a viral video going around about Joe Biden being clown or reptilian or other little assumptions that they say. So I watched it and I was like, wow, okay, that was really interesting. So again, that would and I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen now, so that way we can go ahead and get it started. All right, so let's move this down a little bit, blow this up, move me over, blow my picture up a little more, and let's move me over here. And what's next? Okay, this. All right, fair use, fair use, fair use. Like I said, it's for edification purposes. And like I said before, this is pertaining to a particular video that's going around that went viral about, our beloved president. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. See, that's what he's talking about. That's what's being mentioned right there. Why does he have all of this excessive skin on his neck, but around everywhere else it looked tight? But it's a logical explanation behind it.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. The mask is off or on for Joe Biden. Joe Biden loves wearing a mask. We all know this. Mask up, America! He shouted from the White House's Facebook account. Today, President Joe Biden issued a mask mandate on all federal property. Yes, we're gonna flatten the curve for Joe Biden. Look at this ridiculous image. But other people on the internet are saying that Joe Biden is wearing a very different type of mask. Here's a video that's going viral today. Itchy mask, isn't it? Watch this.
So the itchy mask. See the skin? See
what
the skin?
What the hell was that? What's that about? Let's watch it one more time. Oh my God, that's a mask. So this whole thing with Joe Biden is wearing a mask. Joe Biden isn't really Joe Biden. Which Joe Biden you got back there? Is it number 5 or number 3? My favorite is number 2, actually. This whole idea that Joe Biden wears a mask is sort of rooted in this claim that Joe Biden is not a real person and that he's just a figure of the deep state that has been sort of put together inside of a shop, manufactured, and they just get an old guy. They have like 20 old guys, and they all look the same, and they all like wander around together, and they wear Joe Biden masks. Now this looks really creepy. I mean, this is not the way that human skin is supposed to move. You can see there, like, what the hell is that? What the F? Dude, gross. And just so that you know, I mean, this was filmed on someone's phone, clearly up against a television screen. We found the original clip. You can watch it for yourself.
What do you want to ask me?
It's from Hannity last night.
Oh, Air Force. There. Look at this. Air Force One. Right here. That's pretty cool, man.
Joe Biden. I mean, he shouldn't be allowed.
What's your question? What's the top? What's the top success? Or making sure that we don't all have COVID. What are you talking about? That's the success. Like, what's the success? What's the key to success? There was a guy named Jesse Helms.
Okay, now what?
From South Carolina, from North Carolina, South Carolina.
Okay, now pay attention to this particular part right here. He's describing, or he's telling the story of a guy named Jesse Helms. I'm trying to get let's see if I can get the caption to show up with his words. All right. And if I blow it up, it should still be there, right? All right. So now he's talking about a guy named Jesse Helms. Okay, South Carolina from North Carolina. He gets confused at where this guy named Jesse Helms is from. But anyway.
North Carolina. And he was a very conservative guy. What's the key to success? There was a guy named Jesse Helms.
Okay, now what?
From South Carolina, from North Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina. And he was a very conservative guy who was not very crazy about African Americans.
There it is.
He said that Jesse Helms was a very, very conservative. He said Jesse Helms was a very, very conservative guy who was very, not very crazy about African Americans. Our president was having a conversation with apparently a friend of his that wasn't fond or not too crazy about African Americans. Wonder what he feels about Hebrew Israelites.
We always had to fight.
Okay.
What's the key to success? There was a guy named Jesse Helms.
Okay, now what?
From South Carolina, from North Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina. And he was a very conservative guy who was not very crazy about African Americans.
There it is.
He's got. We always had to fight.
Okay, zoomed in. You can sort of see it playing here. You can see it slow-mo and...
You got the excess skin that's leading individuals to think that he's a clone, or like, what's going on? That's because that's not normal. But of course, I'm not 80 years old either, so I can't really stipulate skin changes at that time or at that age.
And zoomed in. So this person didn't edit the original clip when they put it up. This definitely isn't the way that skin is supposed to look. It is very, very creepy and reptilian and super gross. So what is actually going on here? Well, first off, let's sort of begin. Not like I like to use these prog leftist fact checkers, but there are a ton of fact checks out there about Joe Biden's mask. Biden's skin tone mismatch in CNBC interview is due to lighting, not body double or deepfake. This is the number one that pops up when you type in Joe Biden mask on Google. So posts claim that in an interview with Joe Biden is disguised as a body double rather than the former vice president himself, pointing to a skin tone mismatch. So this is the actual interview. This is the interview itself. You can see it's and this is the this is the mismatch. It doesn't really matter what Joe Biden's saying. You can see that his face and his neck are a very different color in here. And that it actually does kind of look like AI or something, right? Like, this was written back during the presidential campaign, but it doesn't look real. And the short and quick and dirty answer to all of this is that it isn't real. And what do I mean by that? Well, I've consulted with somebody I'm very close with who is a plastic surgeon. And this person, I sent them the Joe Biden footage, and this person laughed and laughed and laughed, my friend who's a plastic surgeon, and said the reason that Joe Biden's face looks like this is because he has had so many injections into his face. So much Botox and collagen and face peels, they call them, and face stapling, they call it, where they pull all of the skin back on your face. You can see here, Joe Biden's face doesn't look real. It doesn't look normal. Now, they say that's because of lighting. What it really is because Joe Biden is fake. Everything about Joe Biden's face. His hair isn't real. His face isn't real. It's not his real face. Meaning, he's had so much plastic surgery done. So what they've done, they face tape. They yank his face all the way back. This happens with Nancy Pelosi a lot. They yank his face all the way back. And that's why you see this super gross pile of skin back here, because the rest of the skin on his face, they're trying to keep him from being like an old, they're trying to stop him from looking like a ball sack. And this is, so they shoved the ball sack in the back of his head. So that's what this is. When you see that, that's what that is. When you see this, this is another post on Facebook here. Seems like a mask issue last night, right? They're sack in the back of his head. So that's what this is. When you see that, that's what that is. When you see this, his face, they're trying to keep him from being like an old, they're trying to stop him from looking like a ball sack. And this is
Okay, so for individuals that may not know what a ball sack is, it's the male testicles and the skin that's holding the testicles. So that's what he means by to get the ball sack on the back of his neck.
So they've shoved the ball sack in the back of his head. So that's what this is. When you see that, that's what that is. When you see this, this is another post on Facebook here. Seems like a mask issue last night, right? They're talking about Joe Biden's weird head. Here's another one. What in the mask world is going on here? Oh, loudy. Well, a lot of these people, they all look so terrible. Look at
You get the ball sack.
Priya Jayapal there, Kamala Harris, Chuck Schumer. They all look so
Or Bozak.
awful because they've all had so much work done. They're all super geriatric and they have so much work done. This is why Joe Biden wanted to wear a mask for so long. Joe Biden was wearing a mask this year, in 2023. This is why, because they've had so much work done. But not all that work can really help or prevent Joe Biden from some of the other horrible things that, of course, have happened to him in his old age. Joe Biden's a very old age. He's a very old age. I live in Florida. There's old people in my neighborhood. They're 90, 95 years old. They're spry. They're fit as a fiddle. Joe Biden's old. He's old. The doctor on Fox News, Mark Siegel, diagnosed Joe Biden and said that because of his robotic gait, the way that he moves, how he moves as a robot here, this robotic gait means some very, very bad things for Joe Biden. Here, have a listen.
I look over the physical results, the physical exam results of President Biden. And at first, I was overjoyed because it's long. Dr. O'Connor gives it tremendous detail. But when I looked closer, I saw some things that bothered me. One, no cognitive exam done, not even a mini mental status exam where we simply ask a few questions of the president or of any patient. Number two.
Wait, I'm sorry, may I interrupt you, doctor? I'm sorry, I just have to interrupt. I didn't know that. Is that normal? That you wouldn't even include a cognitive assessment?
It is not usual when you do that extensive an examination. It should be automatic. I don't do it on every patient that comes in with a sore throat, but with extensive physical, it should be automatic. It's not there. Number two, is the issue of his gait, Tucker, where they flat out say that his gait over the past year has changed. He's stiff-legged now. He doesn't have fluidity in his gait. And they brought in a bunch of orthopedists and neurologists who say it's the arthritis in his spine and a broken foot, which we still don't know how he fell to a bicycle accident. But here's what's missing there, Tucker. No MRI of the brain, no MRI of the spines, upper or lower, no EMG nerve conduction studies. When you have a sudden change of gait, you wonder, is it tied in with cognitive function?
Right.
Is there fluid on the brain? Is it something with the spine? There's so many things that can cause that I would want to know about. To leave that out altogether, very concerning.
So yeah, I mean, listen, if you cared about Joe Biden, what you do is you'd stop him from running for president in 2024. The man's clearly unhealthy. The man is clearly needing massive surgery and massive amounts of care. He doesn't even look like the same person in these videos,
You
right?
can't be pro-insurrection and pro-cop. Bringing down gas prices is a big part of the job. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-democracy. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-American. Here's the good news.
These videos were
Gas
filmed on the
prices
same
have
day.
dropped every day this year. That's more than 40 days in a row. Donald Trump lacked the courage to act. We now have 40,000 gas stations.
And this is why people say it's multiple Bidens, because he acts so differently, because they pump him full of meds and they staple his face back. That's what's going on. He looks and acts different because the guy is hopped up on so many drugs and the guy is pumped full of so many different chemicals in his face. His hair isn't real, his face isn't real, his teeth. That's why he looks like a freaking creep weirdo. Still, keep your kids away. Doesn't make it any better. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's Joe Biden mask. So many drugs. And the guy is pumped full of so many different chemicals in his face. His hair isn't real, his face isn't real, his teeth. That's why he looks like a freaking creep weirdo. Still, keep your kids away. Doesn't make it any better. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's Joe Biden mask masking for you. And that's probably why Joe Biden loves wearing his mask. So he doesn't have to show people his hideous face. Crypt Keeper, it's your boy, fighting all those Crypt Keepers, right alongside you, saving America. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.
And the same with me. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm going to go ahead and close out with
Did you see that jerk? I dropped his notes. Did you see that jerk? I dropped his notes. Did you see that jerk? I dropped his notes. Did you see that jerk? I dropped his notes.
this. Mask on. Mask off.